Hello, parents. Tim Dean here, Rush Select Director. Looking forward to our residential camp upcoming this weekend. We've got Michael Cockcroft here as well, our Executive Director. So this video is meant to give you a variety of information and kind of outline some of our guidelines for this weekend's residential camp. Thank you for your patience with us in releasing this information, but just wanted to give you a quick little video demo. So give me 1 second here and I'll share my screen. First thing that we're going to go over is the schedule for this weekend. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay, so here is the schedule that we have for this weekend. We're going to have 2 separate groups working alongside each other. Okay, so group 1 is going to be our younger girls group and boys group. So 2011 boys, 10 boys, 9 boys, and 8 boys, and then our 2009, 10, and 11 girls. Group 2 is going to be our older girls group. So 2008 girls through 2003 girls. Okay, so check-in is going to start on Friday at 3 p.m. Till 4 p.m. We'll have our orientation opening ceremony from there, and then we'll go into our camp for the evening. So we'll have some team intros, some street soccer. Both groups will be eating dinner at various times. So we'll have always the 2 groups eating at different times, so 45 minutes for each meal, and we'll go through the night. At 8 o'clock is when all commuters are going to be picked up on both Friday and Saturday. So at 8 p.m., if you're commuting for the weekend, that is when your parents will come pick you up. Following day, we'll have breakfast, either starting at 7 or 7:45, depending on which group you're in. You can see group 1 schedule is on the left here, and then group 2 schedule is on the right. So we've got a variety of activities planned for you, including field sessions, presentations on nutrition, video review and reflection. Obviously, we'll have 3 meals per day. There'll be a little bit of downtime built into the schedule. And finally, we'll be finishing with a little fun talent show on Saturday night. Finally, last day is going to finish with some scrimmages and then a final ceremony from 11 to 11:30. Parents are welcome to attend the final ceremony, and then at 11:30 to noon is when the players will pack and check out. Okay, so that is our first information. I'm going to turn it over to Michael now, if you don't mind. We can talk a little bit about the safety protocols for this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Just a quick note on that. Tim will update the schedule and reflect on where the check-in will be and then where the commuter pickup will be as well, which we'll go over on the map. But obviously, you know, on the last 2 or 3 days, there's been some slight changes in Cook County with regards to recommendations of masks and you know what people have to wear indoor. Thankfully, Trinity's in Lake County, so we've got to continue following guidance in CDC and watching it carefully. But they won't require any masks indoor. What we are asking all families to do is to update your team snap with the health check. Some of you guys have used that over the course of the year. This just gives us some guidance, knowing that we're going into the weekend, you know, being around each other, and make sure we've got to be diligent and safe in all players coming together. So Tim can just kind of share our screen a little bit and share a little bit about what that looks like if you're not familiar. Just asks a series of questions, takes literally 1 or 2 minutes, and it's just common sense questions. Any signs of symptoms, any runny noses, headaches, you know, positive tests, anything which we've probably experienced over the last year and familiar with, I think just helps, known from our coaching perspective and our own peace of mind, that everybody going into this weekend has had their health check and everything updated. So we'll be monitoring that on check-in. You know, Tim and myself and our coaches and the Trinity staff will make sure through our team snap that your app is updated with a green check mark saying that you've passed the health check. So please make sure you do that. We'll be there at check-in, making sure you do it. It takes 2 seconds on your app going into the weekend. And I think for now, we'll be monitoring the guidelines day to day we'll obviously try and be very diligent in washing of hands, not congregating all groups together. Obviously, we're going to have that first opening ceremony in the chapel, which is probably about 150 people. We'll try and keep it, to a minimum of 15 minutes, and then just a kind of a welcome and going over the protocols for the weekend. But the remaining time, we should either be outside or in small groups. Obviously, the domes are 2 or 4 per dome. So again, it keeps that restricted. We'll try our best to follow all these guidelines, and at the same time making sure that everyone's going in the weekend healthy and symptom free. So I think that's something we can start doing the midnight, Thursday at midnight. This health check will be open, so you'll do it actually on the day of arriving at the camp at 3 o'clock. Anything else to add on that, Tim?
Nope. So I've got my screen shared right now with kind of the health check questions that Team Snap will have up. These will be what you will fill out. So hopefully that's a little bit helpful.
And again, common sense, if that does come as red and you have had those symptoms, we obviously ask you then not to attend that week of camp. We realize things are happening day by day sometimes with COVID and exposure, and especially people being on vacations. So I know it's a great experience and your child's looking forward to it, but the safety of our players is of the utmost. The same with our coaches. We've all been vaccinated, and making sure we're going into the weekend as safe as possible for all of our members that are going to be out there.
Great. So next I will show a little campus map here that will kind of give you a frame of reference for where everything is taking place over this weekend. Okay, so let me get that up for us. Okay, so a couple of the kind of key places that we're going to be looking at for this weekend is, let me, 1 second, is Trinity Hall, which is number 25 here in the camera, highlighted in yellow, circled in yellow. Okay, that's one of our main dorms, and that's where one of our check-in will be taking place. Okay, and next to it is Johnson Hall, number 8 here. That is another one of our dorms that we'll be using. So we're using 3 dorms total. Check-in will be happening at either 25 here at Trinity Hall, or number 8, Johnson Hall. And then the third dorm that we're using is this circle here, this half circle connected to Trinity Hall, and that is called Carlson Hall. So those 3 are going to be where our dorms take place. I will show you the dorm assignments and the room assignments here in a bit. Number 26, right here with the check mark next to it, is the Wadebridge Center, and that is where we'll be eating all of our meals. Number 1 here in the middle of campus is the Olson Chapel, and that's where our opening ceremony will be taking place, as well as probably our closing ceremony, and then our talent show on Saturday night. And then finally, in this northeast corner, we'll have our soccer fields, obviously, the 2 main fields that we'll be using over here. Okay. Give me 1 second. So that is your campus map. Obviously, this is going to be included on the email that I send here shortly. Next thing that we'll show you is our room listings. Okay, so we have 3 dorms, as I mentioned. Okay, so we'll have a variety of coaches and chaperones staying with the players, making sure everything is under control and safe. But here is the Johnson Hall. So if you are staying in Johnson Hall, this is obviously where you check in, and this is the boys' dorm for the weekend. So we've got 3 floors of boys' dorms. You can see the bottom of the tabs here, variety of players that have been assigned rooms and their roommates. Okay. We have Trinity Hall, which is our younger girls hall. So we've got 2 floors of girls here. Again, we have coaches staying on each floor, making sure that we have chaperones and just people overlooking, making sure everybody's safe. And then finally, we have our last dorm, Carlson Hall, which is for the older girls. Again, 3 different tabs. for the west wing and the east wing, second floor, etc. Okay, so I'll be sending those. Older girls are in Carlson, younger girls are in Trinity, and the boys are in Johnson. Okay, so keeping everybody safe and separate. So that is our dorms that we'll be staying in. Okay. Finally, the last thing I wanted to share with you is our residential camp checklist. Again, this is going to be shared with you in an email, but just to give you kind of an idea of where we're at there, share my screen here. Just some of the basic things that you're going to be bringing, your son or daughter is going to be bringing. They need to bring bed linens and a pillow. They need to be bringing towels, toiletries, your soap, shampoo, toothbrush, etc., deodorant, any snacks that you're going to need. Obviously, 3 meals are going to be provided, but there will be downtime, and players might want some snacks in between meals. Laundry pods, if you want them, probably not necessary if your player packs enough things, but if you want, you can do some laundry over the course of 3 days or 2.5 days, some extra clothing, and then obviously all the soccer related items that you're going to need. So soccer cleats, spare pair of cleats, sneakers, shin guards, obviously a fair amount of clothes, so shirts, t-shirts, plenty of clean underwear, etc. Hopefully we have some good weather, but if not, maybe bring some rain gear. Players obviously will need to be bringing sunscreen, bug spray, and our own water bottle. Don't want to be sharing water bottles.
A quick the typo, just remember it's 3 days. This was from our longer residential. And then do we want them bringing their new jerseys and gear? The home and away kits?
Yep, so if you have gotten your new jerseys for the upcoming year, please bring those, and we'll incorporate those into kind of what day we wear, probably on our scrimmage day, which will be on Sunday morning. If not, you can bring last year's uniform as well. Okay, Michael, what did I forget? Anything that we want to add?
Sorry, you heard the dog and the doorbell ring. Did you mention the check-in of where that'll be at each location? So it's going to be Trinity for Carlson and Trinity and Johnson for the Johnson guys, and then
Correct.
And then pick up at those same lobbies for those who are commuting.
Excellent. I did not include that. So yes, pickup for the commuters will be at the Johnson and
Trinity
dorms there. So we'll have a coach out front with players that are going to be commuting.
And then last thing, I met with the campus facility director. You're assigned a key. So each player will get a key for their room. They're responsible for that key. If they lose the key, there's a $35 replacement. So you could have chaperones and coaches manage them, or if the child's responsible for them to keep it. But it's something that you'll check in and out with. When you check in, you have to sign off on a key, and then when you check out, you have to hand your key in. If it's lost, then there's a $35 fee. Cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Should be a lot of fun. Should be really good progress for our teams as we head into the Illinois Premier Showcase, which is the weekend of August 13th through the 15th. Look for some schedule updates on that, hopefully pretty soon as well. But until then, let us know if you have any questions, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Friday afternoon.
Thanks, guys.